Now let's go on to looking at what happened from two controversial laws that were passed by the General Assembly this past session. And that was the banning of the death penalty and the imposition of more strict gun control laws. Now, immediately after the session, there was great speculation that these two laws would either be challenged in court or by referendum. Now, in a somewhat shocking state of affairs, neither one of these two measures received sufficient signatures to meet the requirements for a referendum.
Legislation, there was talk right afterwards that the NRA was going to file a lawsuit, and they were even saying you shouldn't have the referendum. So I think that put cold water on that. Essentially, we've had a death penalty moratorium or no death penalty for the last several years since the governor has been in office. I don't think anyone was paying much attention to that.
I would go for the simple explanation, is that there's a lot of people, majority of people, that are comfortable with the gun legislation and are comfortable with the repeal of the death penalty. And why change it? Why have the energy to go to referendum when you have a lot of people that support it? So I don't think it's a matter of being sick. Maybe certain forces on the right side of the political spectrum might have a little battle fatigue after the last time around. Maybe they didn't have the energy, but I think most people are very comfortable with the legislation in Maryland, and there's just really no critical mass.
Generally speaking, we're opposed to going the referendum, and their argument is that if you've got a constitutional right, you don't put that on the referendum, you address that in the courts. And so there really was a divide, and the organized forces were not behind doing this referendum. Clearly, one of the issues on death penalty, we've had a moratorium not just for a couple of years, we've had a moratorium, we've only had 5 executions in 50 years. 3 out of the 5 people on death row have been there for more than 25 years. We've had a de facto end of the death penalty for quite some time.